and gentlemen, and welcome to LDN. Once again, we're coming to you from Wales for an hour of guaranteed action. On today's show, former British champion Tex Benedict will be in action. The always vocal Jetta will be seen in women's competition. And to cap it off, we have a huge battle royale. So let's go straight to ringside.
This is London.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another episode of LDN Capital TV. And you're joined as ever by Mr. TV, John Atkins, that's me, providing the commentary throughout the evening. And we are kicking things off in a big way with a massive individual here making his debut tonight in LDN, Kade Callous. And let me tell you folks, television doesn't do the guy justice. He is absolutely huge. Check out the reaction from the fans here in Wales. Callous clearly hasn't wasted any time reading how to make friends and influence people. Indeed, he is out with one goal in mind here tonight, and that is to take out the former LDN British champion, Tex Benedict. No one knows too much about this youngster Callous, but he is looking to make a name for himself here tonight. And he has set his sights high with the former champion Benedict.
He is from London, Arizona, USA. He weighs an even 12 stone. He is Tex Benedict.
Well, here's a man who's been somewhat down. He has had his fair share of problems with the notorious John Ritchie, who stole the LDN British Championship from him in incredibly controversial circumstances at the end of last year here on Capital TV. Since then, Ritchie was granted an official title shot, and he used fair means and foul, and he finally took the belt away from Benedict. Benedict has been down, but he is looking to pick himself right back up here tonight in Wales and really teach this youngster Kade Callous a thing or two. Benedict making a high-octane approach to the ring, and the fans are getting behind him in a big way here tonight. And it's no secret who the crowd favourite is, and it's the native of London, Arizona. Say what you like about Benedict, but he has got a great attitude and a real never-say-die approach to wrestling. He has made his name here in LDN by taking on much bigger opponents. Indeed, just before he lost the belt to John Ritchie, he successfully defended it against SOS Seamus O'Shaughnessy. Then the troubles with John Ritchie started. Ritchie stole the belt straight after that contest and walked around proclaiming himself to be the champion. Finally, an official title match was set, and Ritchie again walked away as the champion at the end of that one.
In case you can't hear, Kade Callous, you got nearly 400 Welsh people telling you that you suck.
Benedict telling it like it is here tonight for Callous, who doesn't like what he's heard. Now the fans really getting on the back of Kade Callous now. As I say, no one knows a whole lot about the guy. But just take a look at him. That is one impressive physical specimen. And frankly, I'm surprised to see him so riled up. Removing his ring gear. And the referee, Chris Roberts, calls for the bell.
Maybe he doesn't suck. That's, you know, you do suck.
And Benedict having a lot of fun now with Callous, at Callous's expense. But he's got to be careful not to anger the big guy. Because this man looks like he has got some psychotic tendencies. And I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing some great stuff out of this youngster before the night is over. But as I said, Benedict is used to taking on people who tower way above him, and Kade Callous no exception. And the first lock-up of the match does not end well for Tex Benedict. But he picks himself up, dusts himself down, and starts again. And with the fans on his side, anything is possible here tonight on Capital TV. And what a show we have got for you tonight, because coming up later in the hour, we have got women's action as Jetta takes on Violet, plus an over-the-top rope battle royale. And a nice kip up there from Tex Benedict. And Callous looks surprised to see him back up on his feet. Indeed, all the stars here on Capital TV will be out tonight in the over-top battle royal, including Kade Callous and Tex Benedict, should they still be in a position to compete. Big power slam there from Callous. And again, Tex Benedict getting straight back up. And I'm not sure Callous is aware that he's back on his feet. Callous spending an awful lot of time listening to the fans and doesn't see the arm drag coming and gets taken over. A beautiful drop kick there from Benedict sends the monster sprawling. And Callous is out. Callous is over the top rope and he's on the floor. And Benedict is on fire and these fans are delighted. As I said, Tex Benedict has got such a great attitude to wrestling. Losing that belt in the circumstances that he did would have been the end of a lesser man. But it just seems to have made Tex more hungry. He wants to win it back at any cost. And he said he doesn't mind who he's got to go through. Be it Kade Callous, be it Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, be it Mikey Mendoza, be it Yorgos, be it any member of the LDN locker room. Tex Benedict just wants to get in there and fight. He doesn't care if he's got to prove himself all over again. He wants that belt back. And the monster Kade Callous is just the first step on that journey. And Kade Callous looks just about ready to snap as the fans get on his back once again. And another nice lockup. And Tex Benedict clearly has the technical advantage over the much larger Kade Callous. But Callous using pure brute force to power out into what looks like a full Nelson. And I believe he has got the fingers locked. And Tex Benedict has got to break out of this if he is to survive in this one. And he does. He slides through and reverses into a beautiful hammerlock, bringing Kade Callous down to one knee. And it just goes to show you that pure wrestling skill should and could beat out brute strength most times. 9 times out of 10, I would say that technical wrestling know-how will actually win the day against power. We see a great reversal there from Tex Benedict, back to that wrist lock. And again, as I said, no one knows too much about Kade Callous. We can see he's a big guy, but that poke of the eye just shows you exactly what kind of rule book he is playing by. And it's clear that his ethos is to win at any cost. And it's just remarkable. A man with so many power moves in his arsenal will resort to the eye poke, to the low blow, to the illegal maneuver to get an advantage over Tex Benedict. But Benedict's such a great athlete, sometimes you're forced to do it. Callous coming off the rope with a beautiful big boot. And that has just knocked Tex Benedict silly. That has just knocked Benedict for 6. Hook of the leg, here's the cover. And fortunately for Tex, he was just close enough to the rope. Barely, but just close enough to get a right foot up. And that broke the hold there. It broke the cover, and Benedict survived, and the matchup continues. But Kade Callous has just dropped some big boots and a couple of big elbows and a great big leg drop across the neck and throat. And what a cover! And again, Callous not being too bright there. Benedict hasn't moved. He is still in a position where he could reach the ropes with his foot. And again, the cover is broken. Callous now just raining down on Tex Benedict with some big right foots. And now pulling back that arm and just putting his entire body weight on the left shoulder of Benedict. The fans getting on the back of Kade Callous still. And he really needs to tune that out, because he has actually got the advantage over Tex Benedict in this contest. But it is the support of the fans that is helping Tex Benedict to resume a vertical base. And indeed, he is now back up on one knee. Callous still has that shoulder bar on, but Benedict is fighting back. Couple of blows to the midsection, but he gets taken down with a big lariat there. And right back to that shoulder. A variation on the same maneuver. And that is a punishing nerve hold. That is just wrenching that arm right out of its socket. The referee's in a great position. He's asking Tex Benedict if he wants to quit. Anyone who knows Benedict will tell you the answer to that. There isn't 1 ounce of quit in his body. Wrestling fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This is London. This is London.
The energy gradually being sapped from his body, and the arm has fallen down 2 times. Referee says if it goes down again, the match is over. But somehow Benedict keeps it up, and somehow he is getting a second wind. And with the fans behind him, he finally returns to a vertical base, back up on both feet, blow to the guts, another sharp jab to the midsection, comes off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, ducks the second, and a beautiful kick there to the body, knocking Kade Callous off his feet and down on his back like a mighty oak fallen. Benedict on fire here, picks up Callous, puts him into the corner, whips him across the rope, into the other side of the ring, comes off, and a beautiful splash. A beautiful splash, and Callous is shaking. He is unsteady for the first time in this matchup. Benedict off the top with a missile dropkick, and that could be all, fans. That could be all. Callous making an impressive debut so far, but Tex Benedict showing the will to win and the will to succeed and the desperation to regain the championship that he feels is rightfully his. Comes off the top with a picture-perfect moonsault, but there's nobody home. There is nobody home. Callous barely able to get out of the way. And Tex Benedict just tasted nothing but mat there. And that was a big mistake for Tex Benedict. That was a huge error. And now Kade Callous really picking up that advantage, really pressing it home, going right back to that shoulder joint. And Tex Benedict is in a whole heap of trouble. Kick to the gut for good measure. And now Kade Callous really showing us how dominant he is, mocking the fans. Love him or hate him, and quite frankly, he's not done too much to endear himself to me. Kade Callous is showing himself to be a very, very impressive individual here on his LDN debut. Tex Benedict being choked out against the bottom turnbuckle. But good ring positioning from Kade Callous, blocking the view of the referee. Now the referee sees it, gives him the 5 count to get out of the ropes. Callous takes his time doing that. Benedict struggling for air along the side of the ring. And Benedict has to be absolutely winded after that offensive onslaught from Kade Callous. Sheer desperation moves there from Tex Benedict, but he is cut off at the pass by the much larger, much more dominant Kade Callous. But no, he's fighting back to his feet, and Callous is shaky. And with the support of the fans, a big right arm is blocked. It is blocked, and again back to the ice for Kade Callous. And a big uppercut there, knocking Benedict down to his back again. And Benedict just taking so much punishment from the enormous frame of Kade Callous. And a flurry of forearms from Kade Callous, who comes off the ropes, looking for another big boot, and this time crunches himself on the top rope. Benedict out the way. This might be the opening that he needs. He is pressing home the advantage in a most unique way. And I don't care how big you are, I don't care how many muscles you've got, when you find yourself straddled strategically over the top rope, it's going to slow you down, and it is going to hurt, and it's going to bring tears to the eye. It's going to bring tears to the eyes, and you can see that has just knocked the life out of Kade Callous. That has really slowed him down. That was a huge mistake for the big man. And the fans letting him know about it. Callous struggling to return to his feet, but Benedict, with a newfound sense of confidence, pushes him into the ropes. The whip is reversed. Benedict comes off and Callous stays up. Callous is not moved from his feet. Benedict tries a second time to knock the big man down, to no avail. But he is on spaghetti legs, make no mistake about it. And he comes off both ropes, and this time the big man goes down. This time Callous lands face first. And Benedict doing a great job felling the mighty oak. Benedict holding on to the wrist of Callous. He's got that left arm, and he is climbing to the top turnbuckle. And we're about to see something very special indeed from Tex Benedict. And that might be all. That might well be all. Callous is down, and he is hurt badly. He is hurt very badly indeed. We have seen Tex Benedict use that maneuver so many times to set his opponents up for that big move off the top rope that he likes to put people away with. Callous clearly doing his homework though. And Callous has got him on the top turnbuckle. And he has got him in a choke slam. He has got him in a big choke-like maneuver. And Benedict very lucky to break that one, because that could have been nasty. Oh my, Benedict didn't get all 10 there, but he used his speed to outthink the bigger Callous. Goes for the double leg Nelson. Here are the legs. Here's the cover. Did he get it? He got it. He got it. It's a 3 count, and Tex Benedict has just put down the monster Kade Callous, and a huge win there. A huge win for Tex Benedict, and he has got to be putting himself right back in contention for the LDN British Championship. An impressive debut for Callous, but he did not pick up the win here tonight against the London, Arizona native Tex Benedict. Kade Callous showed a whole heap of potential here, but in the end it was the experience and the speed and the cunning of your former LDN British champion that overcame all the odds and picked up that big notch in the W column here tonight in the opening contest of LDN Capital TV. Coming up next, women's action, Jetta versus Violet.
Welcome Welcome to this week's edition of The London Eye with me, Fiona Fox, as we bring you the latest news from LDN. For what seems like a very long time, Mike Mendoza has been the #1 contender to the British Championship, and finally in 4 weeks' time he'll face John Ritchie for the heavyweight title. Ever since he entered LDN, Mike Mendoza has been on a roll in both sudden death and Spirit League matches, and has been picked by insiders as the next British champion. Can Ritchie fend off Mike Mendoza's momentum? Will we find out in 4 weeks? As reported last week, returning former British champion Ash has challenged Ricky Hype for his return match here in LDN. Shortly after the challenge, Ash was brutally attacked by both Ricky Hype and Sanjay Baga, potentially jeopardising the match. However, Ash has been cleared to compete, and in the forthcoming weeks, Ash will meet Ricky Hype in his return to LDN. And finally, LDN are proud to announce that World of Sport legend Steve Gray will be making his debut here in LDN. Steve Gray is a cornerstone in British wrestling, and we look forward to him being a part of LDN Spirit League. We will have news in the upcoming weeks as to who Steve Gray's opponent will be and when he will be making his debut. That's it for today. I've been Fiona Fox, and this has been The London Eye.
Women's action up next here on LDN Capital TV as we see the newly confident figure of Jetta, and she is stamping a Welsh flag for good measure, just to endear herself that much to the fans here tonight on LDN Capital TV, brought to you from Wales. And Jetta absolutely incensing the audience here tonight. She has been showing a real mean streak here in LDN. Since aligning herself with the life coach, John David Bernard Bruno Chapman. Let's not beat around the bush here. Jetta was quite frankly on her way to Nowheresville here in LDN. She had a miserable win-loss record. She was doing very badly indeed. Then she hired the services of the life coach. And, well, her fortunes have turned around quite dramatically. And indeed, her win-loss record has improved, if nothing else. That said, as with so many athletes here in LDN, that's not necessarily been through clean, pure wrestling action. In fact, the services of life coach John Chapman often seem to extend more to running interference and distracting her opponents. But the results are speaking for themselves, and Jetta is more confident than we have seen her in a long time. Well, here comes Violet. Here comes Violet. We have seen her once before, several weeks back here on LDN TV in a four-way women's matchup. This time, singles competition against Jetta. And it is clear from the outset who the crowd favourite is. The beautiful young Violet here tonight, taking on Jetta. As I was saying, Jetta has done so well for herself since aligning herself with the life coach. But Chapman isn't here tonight. Chapman has been barred from ringside, and that has got to be playing on Jetta's mind. She's not showing it, but Jetta is so used to having that positive influence on the outside of the ring. You've got to wonder how she's going to adjust to the single life again. As I say, we have seen Violet just once before here in LDN, in what was quite frankly an unremarkable appearance. But she went back, she regrouped, and she has been training hard for this opportunity here tonight. Jetta just riling up the fans here in Wales and frustrating her opponent Violet, who is very eager indeed to get this matchup underway. Fans, we've got to go to a break. Don't go anywhere.
This is London. This is London.
Jetta's obviously not going to get complete silence from the fans here tonight. Nice lock up there from the two female athletes. Jetta going behind, looking for a half Nelson into a front face lock. And Violet reverses. And folks, you will only see women's wrestling of this quality right here on LDN Capital TV. Nice slam there from Jetta. And fans, I should point out, if you weren't aware, LDN Capital TV is brought to you this week from Wales. And Jetta is not making any friends here by doing that. The two go to lock up again, and Jetta appears to come out on top in this one. Referee checking for the hair pull. And again, another great reversal there from Violet, who has really seemed to have upped her game since we saw her last all those weeks ago. Looking for the rollover. Not quite a pinning combination there. Jetta able to get that right shoulder up, and that's a great camera angle. We can see that precisely from the referee's viewpoint. And Violet really looking to impress here tonight against the more experienced Jetta. And Jetta, without the aid of her life coach, John Chapman, is going to want to prove herself as well. Very solid fundamental wrestling skill on display here from both athletes. And make no mistake about it, both Jetta and Violet are fantastic women athletes. Nice drop down there from Jetta. Just rubbing the face of Violet right in the mat. And just putting the pressure on the chin there. Referee checking that's not slipping down into a chokehold. And Violet just may have bitten off more than she can chew here tonight. Nonetheless, she reverses the whip into the ropes and takes down Jetta with a beautiful arm drag. And a second one for good measure. And that has shook Jetta up a little bit. And a beautiful cartwheel, handspring elbow there. Right into the chest of Jetta. Looks for a second one. But I think she went to the well once too often there. And Jetta saw it coming. And she was able to get a nice left leg up. And I think that hit Violet in the back and really slowed her down. We have got an over-the-top rope battle royal coming up next. But fans, we are bringing you world-class women's wrestling action here tonight. And Jetta is in control. But Violet just able to get a foot to the ropes. And the referee forces the break there. And Jetta gives one, but it's not clean. Indeed, she is not giving Violet a chance to get up at all. And she is twisting that arm backwards against the ropes. And that is a very painful position for Violet indeed. That is a very painful position. And as I say, Violet, with all the will in the world, I'm not totally convinced yet that she is on quite the same level as Jetta. Just in terms of pure wrestling acumen. She's certainly given it her all so far to date. But Jetta proving herself to be superior thus far in the contest. But a hair pull there from Jetta. And that's quite frankly one of the dirtier tactics that we've seen from her. No doubt the influence of the life coach there, John Chapman. And again, using the ropes there for added leverage. Nice breakout there from Violet. Gets the leg scissors around the head. And that has completely cut Jetta off. And Jetta reaching out with her left arm for anything she can get hold of. Doesn't seem to be finding anything. And look at the intensity on Violet's face. And that's a great shot there. That is a great shot. But Jetta able to break out again. And that's the experience of Jetta shining through. We have the experienced Jetta and the exuberance of youth displayed by Violet, who is, quite frankly, very desperate to get the win here. But ultimately, she just might be lacking the experience. And another great move there from Jetta. And Violet is in a great deal of pain. Referee checking with Violet, see if she wants to submit or not. She has got a lot of heart and a lot of guts. But when one of those maneuvers, if you get one of those maneuvers in properly, I don't care how much determination you've got, you're going to give up in a hurry. But a big clothesline there from Violet might turn things around. And she's back up with a drop kick. And that knocks Jetta right off her feet. Hook of the leg, here's a cover, but just a 2 count. And Violet, slowly but surely, looks to be turning things around. Looking for a suplex. And Jetta saw that one coming. And she cut that off very quickly. Nice snap suplex there from Jetta into a bridge. There's the cover. And Violet pushes up with the right shoulder. And we just see the 2 count. And now Jetta going back to the left arm, which has taken a lot of punishment in this contest. And a very sadistic move there from Jetta. Yanking the arm down over the top rope. And now she is pulling Violet to the outside. And this is brutal women's wrestling we are watching right here. Just yanking down on that shoulder socket against the ring apron. And she is going for the post. She is going for the steel post. And Violet is screaming in agony. Violet is absolutely screaming in agony. Come on, referee, put a stop to this. Jetta absolutely sadistic in this one. Just pulling back the arm against the steel turnbuckle. And Violet lucky not to suffer a dislocated shoulder there. Nonetheless, Violet didn't submit, and the referee has let it go, and the matchup continues. And Violet is even fighting back now. She is fighting back with her right arm, and it's all that she can do. Nonetheless, she gets an elbow to the temple of Jetta, and she is struggling to climb up the ropes there. She is struggling with a painful arm, but she comes off the middle with a cross body, looks for the cover, hook of the leg, and did she get it? No, she did not. At the last second there, Jetta getting that right elbow up, the right shoulder, I'm sorry. And that was a very close call there for Jetta. Violet has taken so much pain, and you can see even now, she is clutching at that left arm, trying to get some feeling back into the limb. But Jetta, who has been on top for most of the matchup, suddenly finds herself at a disadvantage for the first time. Cuts off Violet and throws her violently off the middle rope over the head. And again back to the left arm. And again the referee asking Violet if she wants to submit. And surely it's just got to be a matter of time now before Jetta picks up the win here. Violet just reaching out for the rope. Just out of arm's length there. Jetta allowing her back up to her feet. To reverse into the snap suplex. Hook of the leg, here's the cover. This time it's it. No, it isn't. And Jetta now getting rather miffed. She's unable to put Violet away. And we are going to see another Devastating suplex there, but no, Violet puts the brakes on, rolls her up for the cover. She's got it! She has got it! Violet there with a big upset win. Jetta going for her trademark suplex finishing maneuver. And out of nowhere, Violet with the inside cradle rolls up Jetta for the 1, 2, 3. And that is a huge win there for Violet. And that has quite frankly got to be considered something of an upset here on LDN Capital TV. And Jetta is furious. Jetta, who had been doing so well for herself in recent months, since acquiring the services of the life coach John Chapman, now finds herself on the losing end of a bout against the far less experienced Violet. And she is not taking it well. That win will have done wonders for the career of young Violet, and we are bound to see her back again on Capital TV very shortly. And indeed, I've got no doubt that Jetta will be looking for the rematch herself in the weeks and months to come. Folks, you will only see women's wrestling of this quality here on LDN Capital TV. Coming up next, we have got an over the...
This is London. This is London.
Are you sure you're ready?
Main event time here tonight, folks, and not a second to lose as tonight's main event on Capital TV is an over-the-top rope battle royal. And let me tell you, everybody who's anybody here in LDN is involved in this matchup right now. And folks, the action is fast, it's furious, and it is heavy-hitting. And we can see from the beginning there's Kade Callous being stomped down in the corner by Yorgos. And folks, there are just too many people in the ring to call. But let me just explain. There you go, there's Gilligan Gordon going out early. And folks, the only way you can win this matchup is by throwing your opponent over the top rope. If both his feet hit the floor, then he is eliminated. And the last person standing at the end of the matchup is the winner. And out goes another one over the top rope. That was Dave Jackson, I believe. And fans, the action is thick and it is fast. And what a great main event. One half of Project Future there taking on Yorgos. And Yorgos is out. Yorgos is out over the top rope. And fans, this is some main event here tonight on Capital TV. And slowly but surely the ring is beginning to clear. We can see there Welsh Assembly member Ricky Hype. He's in trouble, but he's fighting back against Kade Callous. And indeed, you've got to believe that Ricky Hype has just heard the announcement made just moments ago on the London Eye. The challenge by Ash has been decreed, it has been answered, and we will see Ash's return matchup against Ricky Hype. And Ricky Hype, who has been dodging that challenge for some time, is now surely going to be wanting to send out a message to Ash. And Kade Callous, who suffered a loss against Tex Benedict earlier this evening, now looking to make amends for that one. And he's not backing down from anybody. And in fact, if you look around you, you'll notice that despite Benedict picking up the win, it is Kade Callous who is out for the Battle Royal, and Tex Benedict is still back in the locker rooms, nursing his wounds. Out goes Tyler Brown. And now the ring is thinning out a bit. Callous being double-teamed in the corner. And we have still got some top names. There's Ricky Hype, one half of the Welsh Assembly. We've got Kade Callous. We've got Project Future. Another elimination there. And that guy has just made a big mistake climbing up the top turnbuckle. It's not something you want to do in a Rumble matchup. And he was just pushed over the top rope with relative ease. And now we are down to just the last 3 or 4 competitors. And this is a great matchup. What a way to end LDN's Capital TV here tonight. Ricky Ricky Hype's still in. Kade Callous is still in. Oh, and there goes another one. And we are down to the last three. And now it's Kade Callous and Ricky Hype. Kade Callous and Ricky Hype. Callous, the new monster, who made his debut earlier tonight against Tex Benedict, and Ricky Hype, Mr. Sanjay Baggers, hand-picked, tick for the top. What a great final two here in the absolute over-the-top rope battle royal. It's down to monster versus machine. And Callous with a big leg drop, nearly sent himself over the top rope. And you've got to believe that Ash is watching this at home as well. Ash, who has been after Ricky Hype since he announced his return several weeks ago here on Capital TV. Finally, the matchup has been signed by LDN officials, and it will take place very soon here on Capital TV. And Ricky Hype with a beautiful clothesline. And Callous is down again. Callous is down, and Ricky Hype picks him up for the power slam. Hype says it's over, but you won't win an over-the-top rope battle royal with a power slam. You need to throw your opponent over the top rope. And no, Hype is out. Hype is out. No, he's not. He just held himself on the bottom rope. And Callous celebrated too early, and now he's been thrown over the top rope. And your winner is Ricky Hype.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the winner of the Battle Royal, Superstar Ricky Hype.
Ricky Hype there winning the Battle Royal to cap off this edition of LDN Capital TV, sending out a message to Ash, and Ash versus Ricky Hype will take place on LDN Capital TV in the weeks and months to come. My name's Mr. TV John Atkins, and I'll see you next time here on LDN Capital TV.
This is London.